Willie D Live.
Difference between Samson and them boys out there in the street. Samson knew not who he was, but whose he was. So when the system got a hold of him, he knew who to call. So he can get that hair to grow back a little bit and break their ass off one more time. You know, no different than these boys in the street, man. You know, they want that money, like Solomon.
Do you believe that pastors should be rich?
I go back to this. I give man no credit. Everything is God. So if they got it, he wanted them to have it. You know, it's not my place to judge. What would I prefer as a man? I would prefer that if you're gonna get billions of dollars as pastors, especially as black pastors, that all of you guys come together and start a bank and you begin to rebuild your community, all of your communities, instead of just siphoning from them. You know, use all those billions to invest in these spaces and rebuild. And like I said, create your own police force within these spaces, you know, because you can do it. You know, God give you the ability to get out there and get it done. And so you should, if you can. But I digress, you know, because I'm not a preacher. I'm a minister.
You're a minister and a hell of a minister, man. If Dre was to call you right now and say, Doc, I need you, man. I'm finna start a new album. You going?
Absolutely.
Did he call you for the last album he just did with Snoop?
Yeah, I went out there a couple of times.
Did you contribute to the album?
You know what? I tried, but they were in a groove, and they don't listen to me as much as they used to. And I'm I got my own way. You know, if you're not gonna listen to me, I'm not gonna talk. You know, but I was there. You know, Dre had his aneurysm during they was doing all of that stuff. I wanted to make sure I was there for my guy for that. But if they call me, no matter what it is, if they call me, I'm going. You know, like, my life is not their responsibility. Neither of those men out there are my father. And if I fail to a point where I had no other choice but to call and say I need, then I could do that, and they would pick up the phone. Like I said, Snoop just put $200,000 into the school.
Yeah, shout out to Snoop.
I didn't ask him for that. He said, I love what you're doing. What can I do? I said, well, I've raised this certain number. He said, well, I'm gonna put this 200 in so you can say this number. And I said, well, appreciate you, Uncle Snoop.
What Snoop call you? You call him Uncle. What do he call you?
I call him Doggy Dog, and he called me his sensei.
Sensei?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
His mentor, his teacher.
Sensei.
It's what the karate people call they teachers.